Hey, welcome back to episode 7 of Project Pokédex, my Pixelmon quest to complete the Pokédex. It's been a while since I've released my last episode, but I have been fixing some things in the game here, so hopefully it's a more enjoyable experience for me and you. So I'm starting this one off by training up my Larvesta a bit, and I even found an boss Alakazam, a Mega here, and I have not beaten a Mega yet. It's episode 7, I'm a little bit embarrassed about that, and part of Project Pokédex is to collect everything and to do everything in the game as long as it takes, and so beating this Alakazam was just one step closer to getting all of the Mega Stones, which is something I really want to do. So here I collect the Alakazite and some other goodies, and I actually get to choose a Keystone, and I choose the Mega Wristwatch Band. I think that was from the anime too, which is pretty cool, and the game. So now I'm in my base, and I found a boss Tandy Mouse. These things spawn on planks, I found out, so that's why they're all over the place. I got a rare candy from that, and then headed over because I had a Tapu Lele spawn right next to my base. So one of the glitches that I fixed from earlier in this episode was just being able to only craft Pokeballs. It was pretty annoying, so I was able to find a fix for that. And I'll talk more about that later because now I have a boss Mega Alakazam. This one's legendary, I believe, is the rank. And I was able to beat it with my Grimmsnarl, which was pretty fun. And he dropped an Iron Plate and an Icy's Copper Hourglass, which we'll use later in the series. Yeah, but here's some more bosses. This is an epic Roggenrola. Dondozo took pretty good care of him with his iron move of Heavy Slam. And another rare candy. And I planted some sugarcane down because I was going to use up these levels that I've been collecting over at this second base, but not before I headed over to a stony shore, which I specifically found for the purpose of getting shulker shells. These spawn from Shuckle, funny enough, and so Shuckle, if you beat enough of them, can drop shulker shells. So I first beat this boss Binnacle. Binnacle, not known for being too strong of a Pokemon on its own, so Dondozo and Electabuzz took good care of him. And then I found the Shuckle train here. This one did not grant me a shulker shell, but I knew what I was after. And after beating enough of these guys, the odds were finally in my favor, so I believe this guy finally gave me my first shulker shell so I could make some shulker boxes, some storage. After I had about 8 shells, I was able to make 4 shulker boxes, and I even dyed one of them purple and one of them blue later on, just to store some stuff. And I picked up my healer and PC with my Silk Touch pickaxe that I learned I could do, and then made an enchantment table when I got home. I had quite a few bookshelves from all of the leather I've been getting from taking down Pokemon, and I had that sugarcane planted, so it worked out perfectly. I had 33 levels here, and I felt like just enchanting whatever I wanted to. I first put down some chests though to store some books and lapis. On my old running boots I actually got Depth Strider and Fire Protection, which in Pixelmon is pretty sweet. I also had this extra room just down the hall and I want to use it for something, so one of my ideas is if I grabbed a camera and some film like I've been getting from all these places from looting, I could have some sort of like a photo wall. So I grabbed some quartz here because I wanted the walls to be quartz. And it actually worked out too with my enchanting project because I got a bunch of levels. Here I'm level 37 from all that mining. I definitely will need to enchant a lot in Pixelmon here because I don't think there's a way to get mending, or at least if there is, it's not easy. And so without mending, I'm going to need to make lots of pickaxes and do lots of enchanting, so this will be a good way to start doing all that. Here's the room so far, and here is some more quartz that I was able to mine so I could finish off this kind of wall space here. And after finishing it up, I was pretty happy with the result of just having those white walls, and now I need some kind of light source in the future. But I grabbed out basically all of the Pokemon I had now just to kind of remember where my team's at throughout the stages. And there's even like cool pink Pokemon. I know there's all kinds of fun other Pokemon when we go into ultra deep space, and so this is just a fun way to map it out. I can always change these photos around or expand it, but for now it's just random. And a third boss Alakazam here. I was able to beat him, and I'm getting things that are pretty good now, like XL candy. And there was also a Tapu Bulu here, and I beat him because I had the Pokeball glitch. I still can't get better Pokeballs, but I fixed that at the end of the episode. And I grabbed out all of these candies here, and I started just feeding them to my Pupitar, hoping that I could get a Tyranitar. The level up screen is a little glitched here, but I was leveling him up like crazy, and these weren't even the good candies yet. So here is when I move on to large candies, and I'm pretty much leveling up every time I use a large candy. And then when I move on to the XL candies, I'm leveling up multiple times, and the final one was just enough to actually get him to a Tyranitar. Tyranitar, for those of you who don't know too much about Pokemon, is a very strong dark and rock type attacker, so he's going to be very useful for our team in the future. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you sticking with me in this series, and right now we're at 202 out of 991 Pixelmon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Later.